Hello, everyone. Welcome to this presentation. My name is Bert van Son. I'm the founder of the first and only circular denim company in the world, Mud Jeans. We started 10 years ago, and I will try to explain in this presentation what we do. We try to do jeans differently. And what does that mean? Well, for me, I started in the fashion industry a long time ago, about 10, 30 years. And I've seen the fashion industry change from something beautiful, clothing that was made to protect you, to look good, to today's fast fashion monster, which is not a very good idea. So I said, well, let's try to change something. And it all starts with the cotton. So if we take the biggest item, the jeans, as you see here, everybody has jeans. It's also the biggest polluter, and all starts with the cotton. The cotton is grown in a not very good way, sprayed over with pesticides and insecticides in an unprotected way. Workers are not very well protected. There is organic cotton, of course, but that's only 1% of the whole cotton production. And cotton uses a lot of water. This is the RLC, or it used to be the RLC in Uzbekistan. On top of that, in Holland, and all over the world, we tend to burn clothing, which is not a good idea, old clothing, or landfill it. And I have brought you some figures about the fashion industry. There's about 2 billion jeans produced every year. 60% of all insecticides are used on cotton. 10% of the CO2 emission is because of the fashion industry. And the list is long with all the horrible things we do. It takes a lot of water to make a pair of jeans. The fashion industry consumption has increased tremendously the last 10, 15 years. And every year, there's 92 million kilos of trash of cotton. As we speak, every second, somewhere in the world, one truck full of textiles is being trashed. I promise you, the story is getting better, but we have to go through this to imagine what the fashion industry is doing. And one of the things I also still don't understand is why only 1% of all clothing, textiles, is being recycled. So let's try to do something about it. And if you want to do that, and you want to become circular, you have to begin at the beginning, at the design. So if you say in the end something like, I have trash and what can I do with it? No, it doesn't work like that. You have to start when you start designing a product. So for us, that means the jeans. We think in design about the moment we will also get it back, because we want to have all jeans back so that we can recycle them. How do we do that? I will get to that in the coming slides, but please remember, the start is at the beginning. Circular design. So we still use rivets, which makes it a little bit more difficult, but of course we also have to make a beautiful pair of jeans. And to do this, we have to compromise sometimes. If you want to be circular and you want to reuse raw material, you have to try to create a mono stream of raw material. So we, for instance, don't use the leather labels anymore because that adds an extra material. You have to take it off before you start shredding and start reusing the material. The buttons we use, before we had some plastic parts, we now only make them from stainless steel, so one material. So also the buttons, when they are taken off, they can be recycled separately. And of course, how do you get your old jeans back after use? So we want people to bring them back. So we do two things. One is you can send back your old jeans and you get a 10 euro discount, or you can lease a pair of jeans, which means you pay 12 times 7 or 9.95 per month euros. And then please keep it as long as you want and use it until the end. But if you want to change, you send it back to us and you can continue leasing for a discounted price. So this is lease jeans. Well, then when we started doing this, we had a lot of customers saying, you get all these old jeans, what are you going to do with it? So I'll show it to you. We went on a trip from Holland to Spain, where the recycle production is. There's actually 3 or 4 companies doing this for us. One is shredding, the other one is making yarn. I will show you in the video. Shredding the pieces, making them smaller and smaller and smaller until you get this little bluish material that you can then mix with organic cotton. We still have to mix it with new material, virgin material, but we can go up to 40% post-consumer waste. This is very important, so meaning old jeans. And here you can see how that works. You can make the lont again, you can start spinning and weaving and dyeing. Here you see the old-fashioned way actually dyed. Today we have a new way of dyeing, which doesn't consume so much water. It's a dry indigo, it's called, and it's really a beautiful new process. And here you see what happens with the old jeans. They go into the shredder, cut into pieces, smaller, 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 and finally we can make a lont out of it again. So then this roll of ready fabric, the denim, goes to Tunisia. And I hear you say maybe that's a whole trip, but honestly, in the textile industry, this is very close to home. If you only have Holland, Valencia, Tunisia, it's 1 day shipping from Tunis to Marseille, and then we are close to our 1 day trip by truck to our central logistics center in the heart of Holland. So we can go up to 40% post-consumer waste. Nobody does this in the industry. When we use some models with elastan, we still can go up to 23%, but the 100% cotton jeans are 40% post-consumer waste. You save a lot of water by doing this. There's a lot less CO2 emission, and you know, it's all better for everything. I would like to then show you the factory we work with. We are in very close connection with them. They work with the latest technology, and for instance, to give the jeans the look that they're a little bit worn out. Before, it was used to be done with herbal chemicals like potassium, and today they can do it with a laser. I've brought a small movie. So this is really magic. Instead of wasting the yarn and using sandblasting or chemicals, we now can use laser, which is also better for you. It doesn't harm the yarn. It only takes away a little bit of the dye stuff. And you can see how that works. So we use Genealogia, the machines. Also for the bleaching now, it can be done with ozone, so O3, instead of fluoride and all kind of other things. Then we were there in the week of, actually today is Fashion Revolution week, and we treasure the people that make our jeans, and we hope them to be happy. So we have a little movie of our factory in Tunisia with the water purification system. And I hope you can see the people are happy. They're working in a clean environment, clean machines. And they're proud, of course, to produce my jeans. So having said all this, we then go to the part, okay, we try to do everything well on the production side and on all the different steps and all the people that are in the chain making our jeans. But how do you market this? I mean, it's very difficult to go into an industry that is so rotten and to try to bring a new brand and say, people, listen, we try to do everything well. And this is a book by Abdelaziz. He's the writer of Good is the New Cool, and I really believe in this. He's done a lot of research, and as a company today, he says, and I totally agree with him, that if you as a company don't have a purpose and you don't have something sustainable or a way of trying to do things better, you have no future. And how does Good is the New Cool work? Actually, we have a few steps here. As a company, of course, it all starts, and that's easy, I think. You have to know your purpose. We, as Mud Jeans, we said, we want to change the fashion industry, we want to change the denim industry, and we want to show, as a small company, to show that it is possible to make beautiful jeans for a reasonable price and be completely transparent about it. So you have to find your allies, you have to think citizens, not computers. It's a different way of doing your marketing. And we try to work with influencers on the social media platforms, lead with the cool. We don't try to advertise, but we try to show that we are solving problems. All our newsletters, and I hope you will subscribe on our newsletters and also follow us on Instagram and like everything we do, because that helps us a lot. But the most important thing is the last one, back up the promise with the proof. If you cannot be radically transparent of what you do, then there's no chance. So make sure that what you say is true and that you can also promise, show what you do. So we are transparent in every step we do. And then, of course, we have to try to find our customer who is buying a pair of jeans from which he knows that everything is well done at the start. And we've done some research with universities and with external partners. And we came to this conclusion. For us, our audience, we think, are the people that are searching for meaning and work in life. They are well informed on what's happening in the world. They care about sustainability and climate. They're connected to nature. They're critical citizens. Most of our customers are really very critical. And of course, they buy a high-class pair of jeans and they want to be sure about it. Most of them also have this healthy and active lifestyle, into yoga, into vegan eating, no meat, things like that. And they're open-minded. They like new experiences. And that's the people we try to reach. That's hard enough, but at least we know who they are. And when you find them, then it's easy. You get these beautiful reviews on Google. And it's really nice to see reactions of the people we try to reach. And once they start wearing our jeans, they are completely convinced that this is the right way to go. And sometimes you even get very nice movies on your media, social media, like these guys. That's me.
At the pass of Kandala at 4,900 meters of altitude. We are doing a trek in the Himalaya mountain. And look with what we are trekking.
There you go.
The margins.
Of course.
I think it's definitely the higher margins in the world.
And I totally agree with them. Of course, we are the highest jeans in the world. We totally agree. But that's not good enough. You know, we want to go one step further. We think we're not only a jeans company, we are more than that. We try to help universities, students. We give certificates of students. We have a learning session where you can do a circular fashion school with us. And we team up with other people like Just Dig It. We have already offset our CO2 emission, but with Just Dig It, we became a CO2 positive company. We think that companies should be more than just neutral, but they should add something to the world. So we are CO2 positive. We even in Holland, in 33 cities, deliver the jeans you order online by bike couriers. And we also are transparent about what we did, what our improvements have been through the years. All this you can find on our website, the actual figures, and our LCA, our life cycle assessment, is online. But also our B Corp certification, the assessment. You can find it. I hope everybody knows what a B Corp is. It stands for Benefit Corporation. And it means that you, as a company, you are a limited company, you want to make money, but not at all costs. We don't want to harm humans or climate or the earth. By being B Corp certified, you sign in the statutes of your company that you want to be careful. So their slogan I like a lot. It's use your business as a force for good. And that should be something every company should do, I think. And you sign the Declaration of Interdependence. And once you sign this, you start understanding that everything is connected. You cannot be alone on this earth, but everything has to do with something. So we are a high scoring, we're very proud, high scoring B Corp. When you have 80 points, you can call yourself a B Corp. We are at 124, which is not bad, actually very good. And actually on one of the topics, environment, you have 5 topics. We are the best for the world, which of course we are very proud of. There you go. We won this Sustainable Retailer of the Year award last year in the Netherlands. And like I said, we do things differently. And we did something very nice together with Waterbeer. That's the Netflix of beautiful documentaries. We made a monster because we thought that a monster actually for the launch was in London before the COP24, I think, 21. The COP Nest monster we made because we think that climate change is not a monster, it really exists. So we made a monster out of 800 old jeans. You see this artist making it, and this one came out, and it's really beautiful, and it shows people that it really exists. There is a big problem, and we have to solve it. So to wrap up everything and to try to explain to you in a more arty way, we made this little 45-second publicity, which I hope you will like. And I thank you for your attention, and I will show it to you.
Just like life, we have our own circle. We create, you wear, you return. We shred, recycle, renew. We wash and dye, toxic free. We are an opportunity to revive what is used, to save what is precious, and protect it. Isn't it beautiful when the world just goes round? My jeans, queriendo live.
Thank you.